Hello, this is Sart talking about the 10 best locations in Seattle to play pinball. Pinball is really big right now in the Seattle area, and it is a wonderful game. It is one of the only games I don't play competitively. I just play for fun. So many good places to play. These are 4 of my favorite machines. The first person to tell me what 4 machines these come from will get a free drink the next time they see me out and about in the Seattle area. Number 10 here is RayGun Lounge. They have just recently picked up pinball. I was one of the original Kickstarter backers of them moving from a very small location to a larger game location. They've got a little bit of pinball in here. They make it on number 10 because they have great community and they're also a wonderful place to go play board games. Number 9 spot here, I've got the Seattle Pinball Museum. They've got a nice selection of older and new games. You pay a flat rate and play as much as you want. Their selection is great. The reason they're only number 9 here, though, is that their selection of food is virtually non-existent. They've got very little to drink. As far as a social place to really enjoy pinball, it's kind of boring. Great pins, missing in the atmosphere. Number 8 spot here, I've got 8-Bit Arcade, and it has an awesome selection of pins, very good food. Oh, well, okay, I lied. The food kind of bites, but they do have a decent selection of drinks. It is a casual place to go play arcade games or pinball. I got drugged down there by a friend of mine, John Grant, who took me to a charity tournament there, and I really enjoyed it. The only time I've ever played pinball tournaments is for charity, because I don't take it seriously. I just like to have fun with this game, and 8-Bit is a great place to do that. It's off the beaten path, and it's a little bit lower on this list because it's really Seattle adjacent, and everything else on this list is really inside Seattle. Number 7 spot here is Full Tilt Ice Cream. This place is awesome. They do parties. My daughter did a birthday party there where she got to create her own flavor of ice cream, and we just had a giant bowl of quarters, and all of our friends got to play pinball for hours on end. Huge fan of Full Tilt. No full bar, a little bit of beer and wine, and they have one really confusing location, which is why they're number 7 on this list. The U District Full Tilt doesn't have pinball. I don't know how you can call yourself Full Tilt and not have pinball at all locations. Hopefully they fix that. The number 6 spot here is a dive bar in West Seattle that only started to be in West Seattle after I left West Seattle. I used to live like 3 blocks from Vidiot. Very cool location, really on the grungy side. Your drinks are very good. I believe they have food, but it doesn't look very edible. You're there to play games for hours. There's some places around that have food within walking distance, so don't worry about the food. Just go play. A lot of the different machines there for arcade are on free play. The pinball does cost like 50 cents a game, but it is well worth it. They've got a decent selection. DDR is also free. I'm really bad at that game, but I like playing it. The number 5 spot here is Unicorn, and more accurately, Unicorn's Underground Narwhal. The machines are very well maintained there. A good selection of pinball. They've even got one skee ball machine. I really enjoy Unicorn. It has a lot of personality. It's a very fun place. Drinks are a little bit overpriced. The food is awesome. And the food is themed to the circus experience that you're really getting there. In the evenings, the Narwhal location occasionally has karaoke or figure drawing or other events going on. It's just a lot of fun. I don't really recommend going on the weekends because it's wall-to-wall packed. Weekdays is much more relaxing. Number 4 spot here, I've got Flip Ding Ding. This is in Georgetown. They've got lots of pins, very good selection. They've got a small bar, so a few different things to drink. They're really not there for food either. If you want to play some well-maintained, awesome pinball, this is the place to go. I have really enjoyed my time there. Once again, much better on weekdays. It does get crowded on the weekends, but it's still a lot of fun. The number 3 spot here, I've got Shortys. This is really a classic. I love Shortys. They're a dive bar. Don't eat the food. They're required by law to have some. You're really there for the drinks. One of my favorite bartenders who used to be over at Cafe Mox now works there. Nikki, really nice person. Several of the other bartenders are also nice. Their tables are even these old vintage pinball cases that have been turned into tables. Their selection of pinball in the back is pretty good. The machines are usually pretty well maintained. A few of them are a little bit rougher, the ones that they've had for longer. Their newer pins are in much better shape. I just love how long this place has been part of the community. The people there are really nice, and strongly recommend Shortys. The number 2 spot here, I've got kind of a dive bar in the middle of Fremont. It is underneath another building. It's Annabel. Annabel has really weird lighting. I tried to play board games there once and couldn't tell colors apart because they've got this red and yellow lighting everywhere. But for pinball, it is great, wonderful place to go. A nice selection of pinball machines, which rotates on a regular basis. They've also got some weird artwork up on the walls, and it's really a dive bar, but it's a lot of fun, especially weekdays. Weekends, it gets really, really packed. You can rent the upper area here for private parties, though. I've considered doing that at some point here soon. Played a lot at Annabel and really, really enjoy it. Number 1 here is a new place that has just opened up. A giant selection of pinball in the back. It's Jupiter in Seattle. Drinks are a little bit expensive, but they're very good. Not really the craft cocktail wise, but ordering an average drink there is going to be decent quality. The artwork on the walls is just stunning, entertaining, and different. They have several different artists that have done artwork on all of their walls. The atmosphere is really nice. They've got a pool table in the back, which is often open. It's a good place to go hang out, play some pinball with friends, maybe even do a party with several people there. There's a lot of room, especially on like a Sunday evening or during the week. I strongly recommend checking Jupiter out. The staff has been very nice. I've been there about 6 or 7 times at this point. A wonderful pinball bar here in the Belle Town area of Seattle. Where do you like to play pinball? Let me know. I am always looking for awesome places to play pinball, either in the Seattle area or anywhere else. Like, I'm going to San Francisco next week. Where would you play pinball in San Francisco? I travel a lot, so list your favorite places to play pinball, what city they're in, maybe even a link to it in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate that. A few of the pictures here came from Julie's Journey, which is a blog where she talks about going around and playing pinball in Seattle. Some of the other pictures came from Skillshot. I really have to say thank you to Shortys for really getting me into pinball. That's the place where I first started playing pinball and greatly enjoy it. Until next time, this has been Sart. Choose your pins wisely.